Before I even begin, apologies for the noise because I'm literally standing behind a train track and a goddamn highway. But I just thought this is a cool backdrop view, green screen, about this video. But I really want to get this off my chest. This is a tough one. This is a tough pickle. If you watch the previous video and the video before that, you know that I signed a guy in 4 days, right? I got him signed, right? Signed. Because the contract was never signed. Most importantly, this whole deal was in progress for over a month. Okay? We wasted like 3 weeks. Recently, he started actually replying and he's like, yo, let's do this, boys, blah, blah. And I had a closer and I had a setter waiting to jump on the offer. Obviously, they want to make money. I told them I was even going to give them bonuses of the bonuses that I would get, just because I really want them to make money. The setter, he really needs to make money. The closer, he kind of needs to make money. He's in Thailand and he was, ready to rip. He's a solid closer too. He's closed 1.5 million in like real estate deals, okay? And he was ready to rip. And so was the setter, and so was I. I've sent the contract for work for me to the main guy, the guy that I signed, right? I send over the contract. He was like, hey, let's switch a few things, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. I sent him that. That's been like probably 2.5 weeks ago. He's never signed it, right? And I was really genuinely pushing him forward on, doing this launch, doing this whole info thing, doing this whole, project, I guess, because he already had a launch and it did 30K and we were shooting for 100K this time. And I know he was busy. The reason he was busy for the past few weeks is because he has a software, basically, and he's been blowing up on Twitter. And he's actually sold a few enterprise clients for that software. So I'm guessing, obviously, he made a few bands off of that, okay? One of his packages was 25K that he showed us, okay? As like a agency white label, full-on scope package. And he probably might have gotten 1 or 2 of those. So he made quite a bunch of money. In like those 2 weeks, he was completely missing work with all of us, okay? And yesterday, we had an amazing call with the whole team, right? The closer, the setter, me, him. We're breaking down exactly the offer, the deliverables, the work, and everything, right? And it was an amazing call. It was like a 2.5, almost 3 hour call probably. He had to like jump off at a certain point, go get his laptop and, sign in through there and show us screen share and all that. And we genuinely mapped out something absolutely amazing, right? And this is one lesson I want to teach you. First lesson is sign the contract before you do any goddamn work, because you're doing that work, completely aimlessly, right? Mind you, there's different people, and there's people that probably would have signed that contract, right? And they probably would have actually been really busy for 2-3 weeks, as he was genuinely busy. But after those, busy weeks, they would have actually went forward and, began this and started working and collaborating and whatnot. Unlike, the person that I've signed. And so, yeah, what ended up happening is yesterday we had that great call, and today I'm just sitting here, right? Like, I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. And then I get a text on WhatsApp from the guy that I signed, right? He goes, hey, man, I'm going all in on my software. Good luck. That's it. One thing I noticed, he blocked me. Scummy behavior. Like, would you agree or not? As like a real partnership, a genuine communication, right? Because the whole time what I was doing is like, hey, be super transparent. Let me know if you need help posting, reels, whatever, like I got you. Log me into your, Instagram, whatever. We also all had GHL access on, his end. I actually didn't check it, but he most definitely removed me, because I also got an email from his WAP that we were also removed, and then off the Discord, we were also removed. So we were kicked. But, the Discord and the WAP and everything, it wasn't, thrown away. It's still obviously there. Damn, my arm really hurts holding this goddamn phone with one arm. Woo, weak arms, as you can tell. Anyways, so we got totally kicked. And then I get a text from the closer. And then I get a text from the setter. And they're like, yo, what happened? I basically just let them know, right? I let them know what happened. And then I told them, and this is how communication actually should be. I literally told them genuinely, hey boys, I'll keep you guys on standby if I do need a closer and a setter, right? For another team, another offer, whatnot. And we'll be able to collaborate for sure. Because I genuinely got to know these guys, right? The setter, he was actually on that first launch. The guy that I signed did. So he was the one on that 30K launch. He knows the most about this offer. The closer was completely brand new because the first closer for that first launch was really bad. So we didn't even go with him. And so main lessons out of this that I realized is sign the contract before you do any work. Yeah, you might think, oh, free breakdown here, Loom video here for you, let me personalize this. This might go all completely to shit and completely to waste, like wasting your time. Mind you, again, this whole like operation, it's 1 month in the making, right? 1 month of time lost for all of us, all 4 of us, right? And you're not getting that time back. You're only signing more clients, which obviously I'm still doing. But yeah, the main idea, why is there so many flies? God damn. Yo, I don't know if you could see this. There's like, holy Okay, you know what? I'm gonna book it out of here. I ain't trying to hit no fucking BSAC. But yeah, the main lesson is first sign the contract before you do any work. The second lesson is you can be as nice as possible. People will still end up being very scummy, right? Because, mind you, I don't disagree with him going on the software because I know how well it's been doing, how crazy he's been blowing up, and how many contracts he probably signed for that software, right? It's probably very, very worth it, right? I mean, that's something I've been playing with, right? Like software, SaaS, and all that. It's very cool. It's very interesting. It's an awesome opportunity for sure, right? And I absolutely do not hate that he's going all in. That's awesome, and I love that. But the whole thing that makes this scummy is of the call that we had yesterday, where we spent 3 hours, mapping everything out, writing everything out, stressing that, the closer and the setter, they need their emails made, and then, they need the whole setup, they need the payment links, all that, some call recordings to get a better feel for the offer, and all of that. And that's why it's scummy, right? And this is someone I would not work with ever again, because my reputation to me is the most important thing, genuinely. I've had so many people where they're like, hey, like I'll do this, like, I'll do that or give you this or whatever for this, like if you do this for me. I've done that, and it's been over like a year, and I've seen nothing, right? Not even like very slight, mild communication, not even, around the topic that's necessary to get brought up, right? And I'm not the type to be confrontational and be like, hey, dude, you literally said you would do this, for me if I did this for you. I'm not that type of person. I don't care. You're just cut out. That's simply what it is. And that's kind of my lesson. Don't be scummy, and communication is an absolutely crucial point, because that's something I was stressing again to the guy that I signed, right? That, if you need help with anything, like on the call yesterday too, I was like, hey, you need any help? You have too much on your plate? Literally let me know. I'm here to take care of that, right? Of whatever, may be happening. Like, to make this work, this is teamwork, this is a partnership, right? And we all have to be on board with this. Sometimes I might not be too on board, or I might be busy, right? And he might have to step in a little bit more than, he should. And same goes for the closer, the setter, and me, myself, right? And that's kind of the important part. Again, I'm not really bummed out. I just kind of hate scummy people. And I don't mind it, because he's genuinely a cool dude. And I genuinely thought he was, a genuinely cool guy. Which I still think he is, but that was a very scummy action and move, in my personal opinion. So with that being said, I'm gonna go on my walk, kind of just chill out, enjoy. Today's been great, by the way. Give yourself a pat on the back or whatnot. Do your outreach, build your audiences, start your online education, start your SaaS, start your software, do something, take action, be proactive. It's tough sometimes, being unproductive too much in the, social media or whatnot, like getting stuck in loops and stuff. Just do something. You're going to thank yourself in a few months, a few years, a few weeks. potentially centuries. With that being said, I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll talk to you next time.